Hey guys, it's Becky with Simply Intentional Life, and I want to give you a little bit more detail about what's in the Busy Mom's Guide to Meal Planning. I created the guide because I know moms struggle with meal planning. I know it's hard, I know it can take so much time. I know you can rack your brain on what to make and your kids still won't eat it. I know that sometimes you struggle to follow through with the meal plan that you make, and I know all of those things because I've talked to moms just like you. I used to be one of those moms where I struggled with spending so much time meal planning. I used to scroll Pinterest for hours. I used to look through my favorite cookbooks for hours just trying to figure out what to make. And then I came up with this easy system that will help you too. My biggest piece of advice would be to start where you're at. And I know that's already in the little post that I created about how to be successful with meal planning. But that would be the biggest piece of advice that I would give you, is start where you're at right now. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you want to change your eating habits, you can certainly do that with this meal plan, with this guide. But right now, just start where you're at. Don't stress yourself out and don't struggle to make this work for you. I created the guide because I wanted to help moms get one piece of their day figured out. And I'm going to keep creating things to help you get your day figured out because I want you to pursue your passion and your purpose in this life. And you can do it while you raise your family. I know you can. Our story started back in 2014 when we actually decided to start paying off debt. I was working 10-hour days. I loved my job, but it was so stressful and so demanding that I couldn't get back to my family when I got home. So after a lot of consideration and talking and my husband drilling into me the fact that we need to start paying off our debt, we finally decided to do so. And we had just had our second son, and I was depressed, and I was like, how am I going to make this work? I don't understand how I'm going to do this because I'm already stressed out with everyday stuff, and a budget is not what I need right now. But actually the budget was the best thing that ever happened to us. It forced me to become more organized. It forced me to pay attention to the grocery budget, and it forced us to have a common goal and actually help our marriage. So in retrospect, it was the best thing that we had ever done, was start a budget. So I started budgeting with our grocery bill and started feeding her at this meal planning thing, and after a lot of trial and error I came up with a system that I've taught other people that they really, really like, and they've had success with it too. So I want to teach you to do the same thing. The areas that I know that moms struggle with are picky eaters. It takes tons of time to meal plan, and it doesn't have to. And I know lunches for kids is a huge issue. It's a big stress issue for moms, and I've included all of that in the meal planning guide. The other thing I included was in the bonus section was how to lose weight for moms. I know that is also another big struggle, especially if you've just had a baby. And I used to be a health coach and worked in a cardiology office for about 7 years. And I've had the pleasure of working with a small group of patients and coaching them to lose weight and to eat well. And it worked for them, and I know it can work for you too. And I give you the exact information you need to meal plan in a fashion that's going to help you lose the extra baby weight. So take it seriously and follow through with it, and you will get out of it what you want to get out of it. I promise that, because it's a complete guide to help moms save time, eat well, pack healthy lunches for your kids, help your picky eaters get over their picky eater ways. There's so much good information in this guide, and I know it can help you. I just want to go over a little bit about it. So I created, and this is actually just a blog post, so if you don't feel like the Busy Mom's Guide to Meal Planning is for you, that's okay. If you're just looking for ways to help pack lunches for your kids that's healthy, then this is for you. Basically, this is a blog post I'll link to in the comments also, but this is like 45 different ideas to pack for your kids for lunches. And if you're just struggling in that regard, you can grab these for free. It's totally free. But I've done a couple of things over the past couple of years to make sure I'm packing healthy lunches for my kiddos. I use cold lunches and warm lunches, and that seems to be like a good balance for my kiddos. So I can pack warm lunches in my oldest son's lunchbox using a thermos, and I tell you exactly how to do that and just in that post. So if you're not interested in the Busy Mom's Guide to Meal Planning, totally fine, but get this information because it's great info. But I pack it in a thermos, and I pack a fruit alongside of it, or a fruit and a vegetable, and it's just like a really easy way to pack lunches that's really healthy. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's just on autopilot. Cold lunch ideas for kids, there's I think like 10 or 15 of those on there. So I want you to be super regimented on how you pack lunches. That way it's really easy. It's just an automated system that you can walk through every single day. So grab those, and I'll link to the post for that too. The other thing that's in the Busy Mom's Guide to Meal Planning, and this is my home binder that I've been using probably for at least a year, maybe a year and a half. So I set it up, and I have these favorite meal worksheets. And I show everybody these because I think they work really well. So what I did was I sat down with my family and I created this list of meal ideas that my family will eat. And I have about 2.5 sheets already printed out, but these are meals that I know how to make really well. And there's some that are new meals on here. So I actually will write the number of the cookbook or where I need to find the recipe. Sometimes it's in my binder and sometimes I actually have to go to a cookbook, which I have really handy in my kitchen. So I'll see if I can show you this, but if there's a close-up, there's like a Skinny Taste page 70 right there for one of the recipes that we really like. So I can refer to it really quickly. I know exactly where to go to find it, and I can refer to it really quickly. But these worksheets are actually in the Busy Mom's Guide to Meal Planning. So they're a little different. I actually designed them a little bit nicer, but those are available, and I teach you exactly how to use these so your family will actually enjoy eating the meals that you make. So it's a big bonus. And actually referring to these worksheets helps you save time because you actually know all the meals that your family likes. And if you're trying something new and they like it, just write it down on the list. It's really simple. Then you can refer back to it and say, hey, you know what, we did actually like the sweet and sour meatballs. I'm gonna make those again. Put it on your list of what you're gonna, buy for groceries that week. And then I have in here, I have like all of our recipes. I have little tabs on the side for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. That way I can refer to these and go through and figure out what I want to buy for snacks or what I'm gonna have for breakfast if we're gonna eat something different than the typical. Usually during the week it's really easy. We usually eat fruit, toast, or yogurt. Those are the 3 choices in the morning. I don't give them a lot of options for the weekday. For the weekend, I'll make waffles, pancakes, whatever they want me to make, but usually the weekday is very simple. And then I actually have these in the front portion of my binder just so I can refer to these when I'm thinking about what I want to pack Joey for lunches. I give him 3 or 4 options and I make sure that I have those on hand for cold lunch ideas. I always have fresh fruit on hand. I always have fruit cups that are in 100% fruit juice. I have those on hand. I have peppers on hand. I have hummus on hand. That way if he wants to pack, I always have a few options to give him if he's packing his lunch that week. But I tell you exactly how to set everything up. That way it's an automated system. It's very little thought for you. That way you can move on to other things that you feel like you want to get under control. So I know we have so much to do and it's very hard to keep focused on goals that we have, dreams that we have. And in order to do that, I think the best way is to control the things that we do on a daily basis. So automate systems like meal planning, budgeting, cleaning your house, automating as much as you can. That way it's very simple and it doesn't require a lot of thought. That way you can devote a lot of your thought processes to achieving the goals that you want to achieve. So say you want to lose like 20 pounds over the next 3 months and that's a really focused goal that you have. If you have this under control, it makes it focusing on that so much easier. So that's my goal, to help moms do that. And this is just one piece and there's going to be a lot more to come. But I hope that if this is for you, you'll check it out, and there's going to be a link so you can check that out on this page. If it's not for you, then grab at least the lunch ideas for kiddos if that stresses you out. And if not, then I hope you'll kind of keep watching and following along here because I have a lot more to come and a lot more to help you with. So if you have questions, please feel free to email me at Becky@SimplyIntentionalLife. So have a great day.